So here's a great way to generate mortgage leads. You're going to create an AI mortgage blog, right? So here's the standard operating procedure that I've set up in my blog article right here. So if you scroll down into the blog article, you're going to see step 1, brainstorm topics with AI that answer questions. You're going to ask AI to generate blog ideas around high intent mortgage keywords in your market. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about by brainstorming topics with AI so that you can answer your prospects' questions, I've set that up in this other blog article that's linked right here. Here's a full walkthrough on how to write AI prompts that generate mortgage leads. Let's pop over there real quick. And you'll see right here, what you want to do is start with your role, location, and goal. You're going to want to tell the AI who you are, who you're working with, where you're working, what you want to achieve, so that it frames the entire response. For example, I'm a mortgage loan officer in Denver, Colorado. I want to write blog posts to rank for FHA loans, right? So let's go ahead and jump into ChatGPT and start doing this live. So in my example, I'm just going to go ahead and pick my hometown, right? Okay, so there's the first part. Let's go ahead and define our audience and focus. Now I'm going to ask for real data from online searches. Now you can see right here, I've kind of followed this along. One thing that's really important is to go ahead and click this plus and the more, and you'll see right here is web search, because we're asking it to search for relevant data on the internet. So let's see, we've done step 3. Let's do step 4, specify the output. And I'm just going to go ahead and say list them now. Let's go ahead and push go. So here it shows me what people are searching. And then it talks about getting hyper local. And then here are some blog titles that might actually rank. So here's 10 different ideas that merges FHA loan, first time home buyer, and Mobile, Alabama in various ways. Let's do this comparison right here. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to get rid of the search. And I'm going to paste in this, Control V. Let's go ahead and type that prompt. All right, so now we're going to go back to the mortgage lead generation AI-powered blogs SOP. And that's where we're going to see step number 2, generate the article with an AI structured prompt. So we're going to use this as kind of a guide for us. Now I'm going to go ahead and ask it for a little something extra. I'm going to say, make the tone of this article educational and informative to give readers answers to their questions. That's a little bonus. Add a Q&A at the end. Now look at that, right? So it basically just wrote your article for you, comparing FHA and conventional side by side. Step 3, we're going to create optimized images. Let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT to create some suggestions for images for us that coincide or go along with the article. Okay, so these are pretty good suggestions. Let's go ahead and see about this young couple in Mobile, Alabama. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of copy this. Let's go try Gemini. This is a brand new update to their service, and it's all free. Let's go ahead and paste that in there. I'm going to say, let's see, image size 16:9. Let's go ahead and try that. We're going to do create image, submit. Okay, well that's pretty good, right? So there's your mobile first-time home buyers. Now it says it's unable to add text overlay to the image generation because the tool does not support that feature, but that's okay. What we can do is go ahead and add that overlay in Canva. So I just downloaded that. Now let's go ahead and open up Canva. I'm going to hit the create button. Go to custom size, 1200 by 675. Hit upload. Go ahead and hit my download button right here and drag it over. And there it is. Now let's just go ahead and drag it so it's resized properly. There we go. Now, what were we asking it to say? FHA versus conventional loans. Let's just put that in there. So I'm going to come over here to text. I'm going to go to add a text box. Now I don't have to get crazy with the full title in here because the way that I title this particular image when I download it is going to help me with my SEO. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and choose a font. Going to hit effects, click background. Make it bigger. This font kind of looks scrunchy, doesn't it? I'm not sure if I love that. Maybe we can find something better. There we go. I think I like that. Let's go ahead and use that one. Now, step 3 tells us we want to save the images with SEO-friendly file names. So let's name that FHA versus conventional loans for first-time homebuyers in Mobile, Alabama. So that's going to be our main image for the blog. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Now for this image, let's go ahead and have ChatGPT create it. And here's a little trick you can use. What I'm going to do here is say, hey, write a MidJourney prompt for this image and copy and paste that description in there, and what it's going to do is create a prompt that would be suitable for MidJourney to create a cool image like this. But I'm going to be sneaky and not use MidJourney. I'm just going to take the MidJourney prompt and copy it, paste it back into ChatGPT and push submit, because it's going to take this prompt and make a really great looking image. Let me go ahead and put here create an image, just a second here. Then we're going to go ahead and hit the plus sign here and, well, yep, create images right there. Hold on a sec. There it is. Hit the magic button here to submit. Well, that worked out pretty good. For this next image, let's go ahead and use napkin.ai. You can go ahead and sign up for free, but I've already got an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and click sign in here. And when I go to create a new project called New Napkin, I see that Napkin is now out of beta. So they've got plans now. You can still use it for free. Let's just go ahead and click this, and then we're going to choose the free plan right here. So by creating a new napkin, I can create a new project like this. Go back to my blog and grab some data. Let's take this and copy it. And when we paste it into Napkin, what it's going to do is it's going to take the data that's available in these different sections here. As I mouse by them, you can see the little lightning bolt there that says generate the napkin. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a little image based on the information in that section. Let's do the credit score visual. Look at that. It kind of creates these cool graphics that represent what we were talking about. And if I click into it, it allows me to see different styles of each one. So FHA, easier approval, conventional. Just depends upon which one you like, right? You can scroll through them all, see the different colors. This one, there we go. So now it's created this graphic for me, and all I got to do is export it right here. I'm going to keep it as a PNG, and unfortunately I have to have the napkin logo on there because I'm on the free plan, but that's okay. If I want to, I could make it dark. No, light. No, this all looks good. I'm going to go ahead and hit download. And now I've got this image right here in my download folder. So there's my main image and there's my napkin image. So we've got the FHA key loan points. So I'm going to go ahead and download this one now too. Now we've got all three of our images downloaded, but you'll notice this one here does not say anything about FHA loan key points. It says GPT image. So this one is kind of cool, right? Because it's got a good SEO title. This one's got an SEO title, but this one doesn't. So let's click this one open and drag it down, and we'll rename it. So we're going to save it as, and we're going to leave it in our downloads folder just to keep it easy. And this one's going to be FHA loan key points. Now we've got all three of our images created for our blog. Going back to our standard operating procedure list, we're on step 4. We're going to convert the article to HTML, plus we're going to insert our images. And the link right here, that takes you to the custom GPT that'll convert your blog article into HTML and CSS to format it properly so you don't have to sit there and click your fingers off. So, but you will need a $20 ChatGPT account. If you don't have a pro plan, what you got to do is just go to chatgpt.com, right? So you go ChatGPT, and up here in the top right hand corner, you can see you can sign up for free, or you can go to see plans and pricing and then go ahead and get that $20 a month plan. And then that way you click the link right here in step 4, it takes you right into the ChatGPT area that you need so that you can paste in your blog article. So let's go ahead and go back to our other window here and just grab that article. So this is the headline and this is the summary. We're going to paste those as text into our blog article, into our software at Fast Pages. This is the first H2. It's like this first subheading in the article. So I'll go ahead and just start to highlight and drag all the way through to the Q&A. And then I'm going to hit Control-C on my Windows, go back to the HTML converter and hit Control-V. Now I've got this whole article pasted in here. Press the arrow to start the process. So now you can see it's creating the HTML CSS code right now in front of us, writing that code at lightning speed, creating everything with the H2s, the H3s, all the bullet points and formatting. Now, this is all set up and formatted, but we want our images. Now, to get those 3 pictures into your blog, you're going to need to go over to the file manager. Over here on the left-hand side, this is your builder menu, so to speak, right? This is the thing that you use to navigate through the builder. You get your pages. But here in the website settings, no matter if you're in a blog page or a website page, if you click it, it opens up the file manager. Now this, when I go file manager and click it, I want to view all the files. So I click open all files, and this is where I can upload files either into a folder or wherever I want, right? So I could put this in the downloaded folder. I'm going to go ahead and upload those pictures that are named appropriately that I created. So here's the FHA loan key points. Let's go ahead and get that open. And you can see right now it's uploading. And it's done. Now let's go ahead and upload the other image, which is going to be this FHA versus side-by-side comparison image. So we'll click that, Get that uploaded. And let's go ahead and get our main picture, FHA versus conventional loans for first-time homebuyers, right here. Get that open. And there, now we have all 3 images uploaded and ready to go. Now, what we need to do is get these 2 pictures inserted into our blog post. We've got to be able to tell ChatGPT where to put them. So this is the FHA loan key points. So let's go back to our blog article. And I think that is going to go best right here between FHA and conventional. So the first one is going to go right here above what is a conventional loan. So we're going to go back to our HTML window. And you can see right here in the preview, it says key features of conventional loans. Let's see, so we want what is a conventional loan. We want it to go right above what is a conventional loan right there. Nope, that's FHA. Here we go, what is a conventional loan? So we're gonna say add this. Add this image above what is a conventional loan section. We're going to go back to our file manager, and we're going to click this link button right here. Now this link button is only available when we're in the file manager and we're seeing all the files. That's why I was very specific about that. So when I click the link, it says it's copied. Now I can go back to the GPT and I can say Control V. And now that link to that image in our file manager is going to be inserted where I told it to. So now I'm going to hit Shift and Enter to move my mouse cursor down here. And I'm going to say add this image. Let's see, what is it again? I'm going to go to, oh yeah, it's the side-by-side comparison. So I'm going to look at the blog article. Now let's look at the comparison. So it's going to be right here. Should we put it, which loan is best? I kind of want the pictures to be spaced out a little bit, and I think it's going to look better just, for user experience if I put it below this FHA conventional side-by-side comparison. So I'm going to go click the link, copy it, and say it's better above the FHA versus conventional. So let's see. And then I'm going to hit Control V to paste that in. There it is. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and push Enter and see if it does what I asked. So right now what it's doing is it's just redoing that code and putting those pictures where I asked. And if you'll notice, it kind of got rid of the other block of code. This is called canvas mode, where it kind of updates in the same window, so to speak. So don't let that freak you out. And look right here, FHA, conventional, there's the image right there. You can see it says app sources, uploads, downloads, FHA loan key. And then here's the other one. So it put them in the right spot. Awesome. So it's going ahead and doing its thing and reorganizing the whole article to accommodate us. Now there's a cool thing here where it says preview, but it won't let you do it until it's done. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can see it. Yeah, it doesn't let you in this view. It just shows you kind of like a broken link, but that's okay. Just go ahead and hit stop. And now we are going to go ahead and copy all this code into a block on our website for the, what do you want to call it? The blog, right? So let's go back to the website. We're going to close this, go to pages, and we're going to go to blog. Now I don't have a new blog already created yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and click add a post, right? Just from scratch. Now, just so we know where we're at, I'm going to go ahead and add this FHA conventional by selecting it in my file manager. and it just popped in there. All I had to do was click into the block, select it, and hit select, and boom, that image is there. Now I need the title and the summary from my original blog article, right? The one that's not turned into HTML, because remember, we paste that in as text. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control C to copy it and Control V to paste it. Now I'm going to grab the summary. I'm going to leave the word summary out of it because that's kind of silly. Control C, Control V. Now, because this is a brand new blog article that is not formatted or anything, this is only at a 14 font. It's kind of gray. I don't like the spacing. So I'm just showing you this as an exercise to show you how it should be. Now, if you duplicate another, once I've done this, I won't have to do it again because I'll just be duplicating another blog article. So this will already be formatted. So I'm going to highlight all that text, and just like a Word document, I've got a menu. I want it to be 18, right? So that everybody can see it. I want it to be black, so it's nice and contrasting. I also want to highlight it and hit this line height and go 1.6. Actually, is it 1.6? I think it's 1.6. Yeah, it's 1.6. So now I've got my title and my summary all set up in here. And now this is just a placeholder block. It's just got some, silly stuff in it. Let's go ahead and hit add a block, come over here to hit empty block, which is right here now. When you mouse over it, it becomes obvious what it is, empty block. Hit the plus sign to add a widget, come over down here in the code block area. We're going to just drag that over so that it's in our bottom block here, not the top block, the bottom block. And now that code window opens up. Now we can come back to our HTML and copy this code. So I hit the copy button, go back to my website, and mouse in there, click in there so my cursor's in there, and hit Control V. Now all that code is pasted in there, and oh look, it looks funny. Don't worry about it. What we're going to do first is we're going to delete this block full of bunk text, and we're going to make sure this is all the way up. You just got to grab those handlebars and make sure it's shrunk all the way up. So now our blog article is here. We just can't see it yet. So what we want to do is we're going to want to save it. But because this is a brand new article, it doesn't have a category. You got to have a category. And, this is a dummy blog account, but I'm just going to put, like loan programs or something, or yeah, loan programs, categories or something kind of funny. Everybody's going to have a different one. I'm just leaving it generic for the purposes of this video. I click the plus program. Now I've got a category and I can hit draft. And now it says updated. Now that it's updated, I still can't see it, but it's updated, so now I can go ahead and reload the page and I won't lose any of my work or settings. Now we can just scroll through here and see the entire article already formatted for us in perfection. That's awesome. All right, so now we want to go see what this thing looks like in the preview mode. It looks like this mortgage calculator button is not linked. You can tell down by the bottom left, it says blog. And then the contact, that is not live. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and X out of here, go back to my HTML, and now you'll see in this canvas mode, it scrunched all my question and answer over here to the left, and here's my canvas mode. So what I want to do is I want to tell it, hey, I need these links to be live. So I'm going to go back to, let's see here. I'm going to go back to Fast Pages and grab my links. I wanted to have a Contact Us link. So I'm going to click it a couple of times just to make sure that HTTPS is included. I'm going to highlight it, Control C for copy, come back to ChatGPT and paste it in. Hit Shift enter so that I move down a line and come back here to my mortgage calculator, because that was one of my dummy links that I wanted to use. Hit Control C, come back here and get Control V to paste it in there. Now I'm just going to place my cursor right here in front of this data and say, add these to my blog article as live links. Let's see. Now I'm just going to go ahead and hit go. Now it's going to go ahead and start redoing everything in this canvas window for me. It's kind of cool because you'll be able to just, update the file. If you see something wrong, you just come back, update it, and then recopy and paste it in. And even if you're not a coder, you can kind of tell these are now live links. It says, because it's in a different color, right? So it says, hey, check your credit score before applying, or use a mortgage calculator to compare your payments. So here's the live links where they're supposed to be. So that's awesome. I can now hit copy, go back to the website, come up to the top of the box here and just click. I don't want to be in one of those other menus, right? The column menu or the block menu. I just want to click in the article, hit edit code, and then highlight all the code, and then hit Control V to paste it in. Now I'm going to come back up and hit draft because I want to save all that stuff. If I hit update, it's going to go live to the web, and I don't want that. So I'm going to hit draft. So now it's updated, and now I can hit preview and come down here, make sure everything looks right. There's the mortgage calculator link right there, and you can see down in the bottom left-hand corner it says mortgage calculator in the little pink box. Does it again, and there's the contact us link. So that's perfect. So now my article is rocking and rolling, ready to go. Now all I've got to do is finish some of the settings. So right here in settings, you can see I've got room for tags, categories, the URL. Now this URL is it's called a slug. Now what it did by default is it took the title right here and turned it into the URL. And that's okay. You can ask ChatGPT to write you a new slug, but this works too. This is basically a long tail keyword right here that when people are searching for FHA conventional loan first time home buyer Mobile, Alabama, this is going to be a signal for SEO to go ahead and show your article. So that's not a bad thing at all. And then of course you've got down here your post author, change your name, and then the post date, which when you click the date and time, you can click now or you can schedule it by using these sliders, right? So no big deal. What I need to do now though is I need to come in here and figure out what tags I want to use. So let's go back to our original text version of our article and just come down here and ask ChatGPT to create 8 SEO tags for our article, for our blog article, right? All right, so here's our SEO keywords. So I just highlight it, Control C, and then I come over to tags, hit the plus, and hit Control V and enter it, right? So that's not hard work. Now this took a little while because it's our first time and I'm trying to explain it to you, but you'll get good at this and be able to whip these puppies out in no time once you get the hang of it. And I'm here to tell you, you'll be shocked with how you can rank these articles. Just copy paste these in real quick. All right, so now I've got my post all set up in here. The tags are here, the categories here, the URL is here, everything is good. I'm gonna make sure it's publishing for now and hit update. Now my blog article is live. Let's go out to Fast Pages and check out my blog. There it is. So now I can click the read more button, and there it is. Now this is the URL that I can go post on social media and send people right to it. And I've got my call to action buttons in here for mortgage calculator. That works. Contact me. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do the special extra step. We're going to go back to our written blog article, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create what's called schema. Schema is the X-ray vision that Google and other search engines use so that it can tell exactly what is going on with your article or your blog page or your website page or whatever. So I'm just going to simply ask ChatGPT what schema would be best. Let's ask it. Now, I didn't ask it to create this schema, but it went ahead and did. So it said, short answer, use blog posting for the article itself, add an FAQ page block for your Q&A, and include a breadcrumb list. So it created some schema already based on the information that's in there. But what I need to do is I need to ask it now what information it needs. I'm going to ask it to give it to me in a numbered list. Okay, so it asked for 10 things. It's not going to be tough to get it all. So the exact published URL where the article will live. So basically, it's just asking us for the blog URL. Oops, it looks like I unpublished that. Let me go back to the website here. And I'm going to hit update. Go back to the blog. This is the URL. So there's the URL. Now I just hit Shift Enter to get down one line. All right, the hero image URL. That's the main image for the website page there. So that's the image. Now I need that URL. And if you remember, we get that over here in the website settings, File Manager, View All Files, and there it is. We hit this link, and now it's copied. Paste it in there, Shift Enter. All right, supporting image URLs. Links to your FHA, key points, infographic, and FHA versus conventional split screen comparison. No problem. Click that one. Drop it in. Click this one. Now the publisher info. So I guess I'm going to call it, Tim Armstrong. Let's see, author profile URL. Now, no meta description. We don't need that in this type of a blog article with this kind of a builder. So, no meta description. I'm just going to tell it to use the keywords, the tags as the keywords. Breadcrumb. So breadcrumb is just simply how do people get there? Home, blog, article, right? So, and how you get that breadcrumb is simply just go to your home page, click the blog, and then there's the article. So that's how it works. So what we're going to do is come back in here and just go and then the FAQ content. Confirm the exact Q&A wording you want marked up. So basically, we did all that right up here in the article. We just got to go ahead and grab that FAQ. So we're just going to take this. We didn't change anything. Control C, Control V. There it is. Now that is everything we need, I believe. So let's go ahead and hit go and see what it gives us. Here's the details. Here's the finished schema. Oh, you know what? We forgot to tell it one thing though. It's always smart to tell it, we're going to put this into a code block at the bottom of our blog so that it doesn't, see right here, it says, put this into the head page and publish, head of the page, but we're not going to do that. We're going to put it at the foot. So it might need to be changed. So we just ask it, does okay, it says it's fine to paste at the bottom of the page. All right. Let's see. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and copy the code. Now we're going to go to something called Rich Snippets Tool. Right here, Rich Test Results. We're going to take this code and we're going to paste it in. We're going to make sure it works. All right. So there's our article, breadcrumbs, and FAQ. Notice how it says non-critical issues detected. If we click this, we can see the non-critical issues. Invalid date time value. Date time published, missing a time zone, date modified. That's all good. These are optional things and it's not going to affect us at all. Google will still give us all the love we need. So what we're going to do now is go back to our website and we're going to come down to the bottom of our blog article, right? So we're in this blog article here, scroll all the way down, click add block, empty block. There it is. I'm going to do this code block again. And we're going to paste our schema there. And there it is. You can't see it. If you by any chance paste code in there and you can see the letters, that means that it's messed up and you need to have ChatGPT fix it because it's not in the right format for the bottom of a blog article in a code block. Sometimes it's got to adjust it and sometimes it makes mistakes. And that's why we're going to do this. We're going to update, then we're going to go back to our blog article, make sure we've got the URL. Whoops, rats. I'm going to get rid of that. Go back to my blog article. Hit blog. Grab this. Go to Rich Snippets, click back, and then test the URL. Everything looks good. So there's the valid items. There's no critical issues detected. If you did have critical issues detected, all you'd have to do is take and copy this information and maybe even, copy, the non-critical issues, tell it what's on here. Or you can open all this stuff up and do a go full page scan. And it'll take a picture of the whole page and then you can download that picture and give it back to ChatGPT right here by adding a photo from your downloads and say, hey, what's wrong with this? And it'll correct it. It's like a miracle. It'll read your picture and tell you everything. So now we're good to go. Our page has everything it needs to succeed. The final step now is to go to Google Search Console. And right here where it says inspect, we're just going to put it in there, paste it in. It says the URL is not on Google, so we're going to request indexing. Indexing is requested. Now I can hit dismiss. Now, if you want to be really thorough, you can come into sitemaps and you can enter your sitemap by simply going like this. That slash is already there. So you go site map.xml and then you hit submit. Now I don't want this to be submitted because I'm good. But you can see here, all you got to do is add a new sitemap, boom, you do this. And what happens is Google will search and crawl your page with the updated sitemap and that new URL, and it'll crawl your site faster and show the new updated blog articles to the search engine results. Now we've went ahead and done everything on the SOP in the blog article. We've done it all. We've converted everything, added everything in, so we've given ourselves the best chance possible to create content that people are actually looking for, and so that we can show up in those search engine results. If you have any questions, just go to fastpages365.com, click Contact Us. You can actually fill out a form or set up a time to talk.